Today's video begins at this swimming pool, possibly a familiar pool if you watched this channel back in early October. Emily's back, in San Diego, and back at the same hotel. It's within walking distance of Old Town, and they have an okay breakfast. Emily had a long day yesterday and got into San Diego very late, so she's getting a late start this morning. It's about 10:30. Also, at the time of editing, Emily is still sick.
Hey guys, Emily, welcome everyone. Like the voiceover said, I'm still sick. In fact, I just got back from my third doctor's visit. But I'm back at work and school, so I'm definitely feeling better than I did. But I wanted to show you guys my first 2 days in San Diego. Remember in October, I lost a day due to an unplanned airplane schedule change. And I wanted that day back, but thankfully this time the schedule gods were in my favor, and I got 2 days in San Diego. Looking forward to a great day in a great city. Let's go!
Emily's starting her day at the University of California, San Diego, located in the northern suburb of La Jolla. Check out this sidewalk. It has a large snake mosaic molded and painted on it. The walkway leads up the garden toward the library. Near the library is this giant book with a quote from John Milton's poem Paradise Lost, which describes Adam and Eve's expulsion from the paradise known as the Garden of Eden. The snake mosaic is 560 feet long and was created by artist Alexis Smith. That big snake eventually leads to the school library, which is a very unique-looking edifice. This is named for Audrey and Theodore Seuss Geisel. This building, which opened in 1970, is described as a, quote, fascinating nexus between brutalism and futurism. The building was designed by William Pereira to look like hands holding up a stack of books. Theodore Seuss Geisel's name was added to the library in 1995, and if you're wondering if his middle name of Seuss was related somehow to Dr. Seuss, you are correct. Look at this great bronze sculpture of him. This shows Dr. Seuss sitting in front of his drawing or writing table, and next to him is his most famous creation, the Cat in the Hat. It also looks like Dr. Seuss is very deep in thought. In addition to the Cat in the Hat, Seuss also wrote the classics How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Green Eggs and Ham, Oh, The Places You'll Go, and Horton Hears a Who. On his table are a number of writing pads, some pencils, and a pair of scissors. This sculpture was created by his stepdaughter. What a great sculpture this is! The legendary Dr. Seuss and the legendary The Cat in the Hat. If you're in San Diego, you have to see this. This marker says this is the Theodore Seuss Geisel Memorial, dedicated on what would have been his 100th birthday. Dr. Seuss lived in La Jolla from 1948 until his death in 1991. The campus is mostly empty except for this general area, where lots of people are taking photos of the statue and the library. There are a few roadside attractions in this general area of the campus, and we were hoping the fog would lift by now, but that's okay. Let's see what else is here. Look at that building over there. It's obscured by the fog, but there's a house resting on the side of that building. That's crazy. The house is half off of the building, and it's resting at an angle. How the heck do they keep a house there, especially in earthquake-prone San Diego? So Emily's going to make her way along this serpent sidewalk back down the hill and get a closer look at that house. That big building might be one of the engineering buildings at UC San Diego, so that explains the strange placement of the house. The fog is lifting just a little bit, so maybe we'll get some better video once we get close. Upon post-research, this house is called Fallen Star, and you can get guided tours to that house Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. That tour might be a little wild. The artist who created the house is Do Ho Soo, and he originally sketched this idea 7 years before it was created. The house was built and then lifted by crane and attached to the building. An article on the UC San Diego website says this house conforms to earthquake codes and withstands winds up to 100 miles per hour. The house is also furnished, and sometimes smoke lifts from the chimney. At the Charles Lee Powell Structural Systems Laboratory, there's an interesting rusted sculpture in front of the building. UC San Diego has interesting artwork all around its campus, but Emily only has time to see one more interesting sculpture. We're not sure if this is a school known for its technical and engineering programs, but the last sculpture is near this building. You can see how foggy it continues to be. There's the Geisel Library we just saw, and we're looking for the last sculpture, which we think is behind the Powell Folk Bioengineering Hall building. There's a few science and engineering buildings on campus, and most schools in the UC system are very good. We finally found what we're looking for, and it's the cute teddy bear made of boulders. Emily wonders why it's hidden in this back corridor, among 3 corridors instead of being out in that big walkway, where she just was. Isn't this teddy bear cool? This sculpture is simply called Bear, and created by Tim Hawkinson in 2005, and considered a feat of structural engineering. The bear is hidden behind the Computer Science and Engineering Building, Powell Folk Bioengineering Hall, and Atkinson Hall. It just seems like it's hidden back here, and it should be more prominent on campus. It's not really clear how they fastened all the boulders together to create this 300-ton, 23-foot-tall teddy bear, and it's even more amazing considering this area gets earthquakes from time to time. The boulders were found at a local quarry, their dimensions scanned into a supercomputer on campus, and that supercomputer created 3D models that created the design for the teddy bear. Its head is cocked sideways, conveying a sense of curiosity. And Emily couldn't help but notice the torso on this bear appears to have a belly button. They really did find the perfect boulders for this sculpture. Emily can't believe she's now been to 30 universities, mostly for seeing roadside attractions. The college she goes to is boring and has no roadside attractions. Anyway, on to Emily's next stop. Just outside of UC San Diego is the Scripps Research Helen L. Doris campus, which is where they study neuroscience, exploring the human brain. But there's some, interesting artwork on the Scripps campus. So, what do you think this is? Gotta be honest, this looks like an 8-foot tall turd, and apparently the residents of La Jolla think so too. Would you believe this cost $200,000 to create? Believe it. It was created in 1987 and placed in front of Scripps Green Hospital. No word on if this was placed near a colonoscopy wing of the hospital. In 2001, this load of crap was moved here at a cost of $40,000, a donation from a philanthropist who wanted to get rid of it. The less conspicuous corner of General Atomics and John J. Higgins is where this giant poo is located. This artwork actually has a name, Okeanos, and was created by William Tucker. What do you think it looks like? Did the artist look at what was in his toilet one day and got this great idea to construct this thing? Apparently, this is meant to evoke Oceanus, the Greek god of the sea, and this is supposed to be an ocean wave. I think the artist really missed the mark. Now back at her hotel, and most of the clouds that were seen this morning have now broken up, and hopefully there will be sunny skies the rest of the day. The reason Emily is staying here again is that it's walking distance to Old Town. Old Town was the location of the first European settlement in what is now the state of California. Old Town spans 230 acres and is bordered by Interstates 5 and 8. It's both a historic destination as well as a shopping and dining area. Many of the original buildings in Old Town, like the one used in the original Casa de Aguirre, are constructed of adobe, which is a mixture of clay, sand, water, and straw, and covered with plaster to protect against the elements. Emily is here right before New Year's Day, and there are still Christmas decorations put up on many of the buildings. It's pretty busy here, so it was a good idea to get that hotel again so Emily can walk to Old Town instead of fighting traffic to get here, and then fighting for a parking spot. So let's see what they have at this store. Maybe some things Emily missed the last time she was here. So let's see what they have at this store. Maybe see some things Emily missed the last time she was here. On this table are many baskets filled with charms, and I see ghosts and jack-o'-lanterns already. Here are some Christmas-themed items that are still for sale. There are also a number of coffee mugs, including some for Dia de los Muertos. Check out this garland with numerous wooden ornaments on it. Many ornaments are hollow and feature a nativity scene, and others have designs on them. Here's some itty-bitty sombreros that say Viva Mexico. These are worry dolls, part of Guatemalan legend. Apparently you tell a doll your worries, and the worries will go away. There's a small museum in here, and the door says a wealth of history and a history of wealth. There should be some historical artifacts inside. Behind the glass is what looks like St. Anthony's Indian School artifacts. There is some clothing, jewelry, pottery, and bottles. More artifacts here, such as this crucifix, shoes, a fan, and some clothing. Many different representations of Jesus, Mary, Joseph, and the angel over the manger. Many different small nativity scenes, and one in the abdominal cavity of a dog. Look at these Darth Vaders up there, with many kinds of decorations. Look at this cute cat, dressed as a pirate, with a bunch of chili peppers. These are handcrafted sacred hearts and crosses that show love, healing, and gratitude. Lots of great merch at the San Diego Old Town Market. Now, Emily wants to see other areas of Old Town, stopping quickly at the Cosmopolitan Hotel. This is allegedly haunted by the ghost of a girl that fell off the upper balcony. Next door is the Johnson House, which today is a small store. Look at these lovely hats. There are also gloves, or maybe they're mittens. Not sure. Some lovely dresses, scarves. This store is pretty busy. Not just dresses, but also umbrellas. And look at these ornate picture frames. And the hats have gotten much fancier on this side of the store. Last time, Emily didn't see Cousin's Candy Shop. Emily isn't much into eating sugary stuff. Looks like they sell old-fashioned, not fashioned, confections, such as taffy and homemade fudge. Take a look at this wall of jelly beans. Every flavor and color you can imagine is here. All sorts of snacks and candies are in this store, some we've never heard of before. Wow, so much sweets here. Many flavors of taffy. Chocolate, watermelon, banana, peanut butter, cinnamon, and licorice. Also lemon, orange, blueberry, and strawberry. Behind the glass are people making the delicious taffy, and now I need some insulin. They also have gummy bears and Sour Patch Kids. Also classic candies like Bit-O Honey, Mary Jane, Peppermint Patties, Caramel Creams, Snickers, Tootsie Rolls, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Huckleberry Jams, jellies, and syrups, and so many flavors of licorice sticks. Many flavors of chocolate bars, including a bacon-flavored one. Look at all the fudge. Caramel apple, pumpkin walnut, sea salt caramel, Rocky Road. Wow. So much chocolate-covered goodness is behind this glass, and Emily did get some candy. After drooling in the candy store, Emily's now going into this store that sells jewelry and ceramics. These ceramic bowls are beautiful. They are so colorful with floral prints. Still some leftover Christmas and Dia de los Muertos items on this table. More ceramic bowls, cups, planters, and more are here. Also some star ornaments and crosses. There are ceramics of the Holy Family and others such as bird baths, seahorses, and butterflies. And more here, hearts with wings, frogs, large mushrooms, chameleons, and vases. Here are larger bird baths, ones that can hold a few birds at one time. Many designs, too. Hand-woven shawls and small blankets and other trinkets. Over here are more Day of the Dead figurines, perfect for stocking stuffers, except Christmas was a few days ago. Homemade bracelets and anklets, and also finger puppets. Scented oils are here. Many different fragrances like gingerbread, black ice, green tea, and aloe. All shapes and sizes of wind chimes and crosses along the wall. Each of the wind chimes sounds just a little different. They also have incense, lavender, fresh rain, India moon, sage, king cake. Here are some fun frog, turtle, and bird ceramics. They had a lot of neat things in that store, but it's all breakable. Not sure if they'd survive a plane ride. Emily enjoys the Old Town area. Lots of history, art, music, food, and some ghosts. Now it's time to head to another part of San Diego. Tonight, Emily is headed to an authentic Italian restaurant in the Little Italy neighborhood in downtown San Diego. She found a place that looked pretty good, and that place is Monello. They say they're the only restaurant in San Diego that prepares their pasta dishes in a cheese wheel. They have a lot of great pasta dishes and pizza to choose from. They have pasta your way. That's what she got. Choose a type of pasta, and then what sauce to go with it. The specials of the month are 2 different dishes prepared in a cheese wheel. One puts pasta and sauce spun in a Parmesan cheese wheel, and the other one is cavatelli pasta with pesto sauce stirred in a pecorino cheese wheel. This also looks good. Ravioli filled with chicory in a beer cream sauce. The waitress invited us to take photos and video of the guy using the cheese wheel, and I'm sure he was thrilled. This is a fun experience. Emily usually goes to the Olive Garden for her Italian meals, and please don't spam her comments saying OG is not Italian. We all know that. One dish they got, and it was delicious, is this pappardelle pasta in a meat sauce. This wasn't spun in the cheese wheel, but it is topped with freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Another dish is fettuccine alfredo with wide noodles. This also was very good, and the pasta itself had a lot of flavor, probably because it was made fresh. Finally, here's the pesto dish that was prepared in the pecorino cheese wheel. This one was very flavorful, and this is highly recommended. Emily sat next to a couple who were obviously on their first date. that was really awkward with the alternating long pauses and forced loud talking and laughing. But the food was good, a little pricey, but not out of the ordinary for a major city's downtown area. Check out Little Italy. It is very busy tonight. Next time Emily is in San Diego, she may try a different restaurant. There are many types of Italian restaurants in this neighborhood. There's also a food hall with a large al fresco dining area. Ordinarily, that sounds like a great idea, but at the time of filming, it's winter time, and it's a little chilly out with temperatures in the mid-50s. But it's very festive here in downtown San Diego. Take a look at this Christmas tree near the outdoor dining area. There's the food hall I just talked about, and I have bad news. Just after Valentine's Day 2025, the food hall shut down. That's such a shame since they had many types of food there, like burgers, Asian, and gelato. Emily wanted to finish her night in San Diego at a place she went to a few months ago, and that's at Extraordinary Desserts. They have lots of tasty cheesecakes, pie, cookies, and other sweet treats. This time, they have raspberry pistachio torts, macadamia nut shortbread, giant chocolate chip cookies, and Linzer danishes. White chocolate cheesecake and dulce de leche cheesecake for two. They have the lemon ricotta blueberry cake Emily had last time. All these desserts look so good. There's a passion fruit ricotta cake that looks so good. Vanilla croissants and strawberry Danish Parisienne. Then there's lemon bars and a chocolate cake. Emily settled on 3 desserts, and check out the flower petals on each of them. They might be edible, but Emily didn't waste time on eating flowers. Emily got that lemon ricotta cake with blueberries. She absolutely had to get this again, since it was so good last time. It also has a blueberry coulis. Next is this rich, delicious chocolate cake. If you look up decadence in the dictionary, you'll probably find a picture of this amazing looking chocolate cake. Finally, Emily got a slice of dulce de leche cheesecake. She opted for the slice instead of the gigantic mini cheesecake for 2, but I think she regretted her decision. Just to be clear, Emily was with 2 other people, so she didn't eat all that dessert all by herself. She would probably end up in a diabetic coma if she ate all that. Anyway, the chocolate cake was a little dry. Maybe the cake was out too long. But the lemon blueberry ricotta cake was fantastic. Emily thinks she should have gotten the dulce de leche cheesecake for 2 instead of the single slice and the chocolate cake. But it still was a great end to a great day in San Diego.
And that's it. I had a lovely day here in San Diego. I got to see another college campus, UC San Diego. We went to Old Town again, then went to Little Italy for some great Italian food, then went back to Extraordinary Desserts for some great dessert. I got one more day planned here in San Diego, but you'll see that next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!